Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today I'm bringing you another PvP video. But it's not your typical PvP video. It's not actual gameplay. It is the thing that can actually get you more rewards in Timeline Battle than actually playing Timeline Battle. I know you're thinking I'm crazy, but Alex, I can get up to 200 crystals a week. Not with this team. Not with this team. I can get up to 200 crystals a week in Timeline Battle if I'm in a Vibranium. Sure, that's great, and 200 crystals is something. Don't get me wrong, but don't you like going over to the token shop and clicking on the Advanced Glory token shop and then being able to buy to your heart's content? Not the CTP chest, but the rest of it, right? This is what I'm going to be talking about today, the Advanced Glory tokens. Now, I've already made videos about this, but what I am going to be covering is something that they actually changed in the last update, so 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, where they hid the ability to know definitively who the #1 challenger player is. Now, just to give you a quick recap of what I'm talking about in case you've come back to the game recently and you don't know what I'm talking about, there are the regular leagues in PvP. There's bronze all the way up to Vibranium, and they introduced a new league back in January. It's been a while now, January or February, called Challenger League, and it's the top 50 players in Vibranium. You can see it promotes the top 25. The very first week it promoted the first 50, so there's always 50 players in Challenger. 25 in the top challenger will stay, and the 25 bottom will be replaced by the top 25 in Vibranium for the next week, and that's how they cycle players in and out. And basically, the no offense, but the 49 other players in Timeline Battle Challenger, you don't care about those players. They might be your friends, they might even be you, and congratulations for being there, that's awesome, but it's really a whale's gambit. To be honest with you, being in Challenger is just who can refresh the most number of times. And even if you buy the shield support, that only gives you 1 free refresh per day. So we're talking crystal refreshes. So we're talking thousands of crystals and hundreds of hours, and I do not exaggerate when I say hundreds of hours, in order to build up the number of wins that you need in order to get first place. And I'm talking about first place in Vibranium. And then you got to do it all over again in Challenger. So it really is a whale's gambit. Like, for example, Alpha, probably a great player, probably a good person, 220 wins, 220 games played in less than a week. And it will actually get higher for some of these players who don't have as good of a win rate. It's actually lower in some cases, but still, it's easily double the number of games that I've played. I'm at 72, and these guys are 150 plus. So it takes hours to actually go and do this. Anyways, why do you care about this? Well, we have the cheer function, and you can actually find who you've cheered for if you press that little paper with the 3 lines and the little thumb. It's right next to friendly match. As you can see, I haven't cheered for anyone. You can cheer every single week, and every single week you can cheer up to 20 times. My advice to you, and this is the ironclad advice that has been true since the beginning of the year when they introduced this. Wait until the last day, i.e. today, and wait until the last possible hour to place your bet, which is your cheer. Your cheer is basically a bet, because you're cheering for a player and you're betting that they're going to win it all. You get nothing if they don't win it all, and you get everything if they win it all. That's basically how it works. So I'm just going to break it down for you guys one more time here. As you can see, it says 4 hours and 51 minutes until weekly reset. This is when you want to cheer. I see people cheering at the beginning of the week. People are telling me they cheered like 4 or 5 days ago. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop that, please. I want to get as many players as possible, the max amount of rewards. However, I know that by making this video, I'm probably going to be overall decreasing everyone's rewards, but anyways, we're going to be spreading around the wealth more, so it's better. Anyways, you want to wait for that timer to be as close to 0 as possible, not like 1 minute, but you know, like even 10 minutes before the weekly reset is fine. So just figure out when the weekly reset is for you. Obviously tailor it around your school life, work life, you know, relationship life, whatever, social life. And make sure that you can get on your phone an hour before, 2 hours before, not 2 days before, right? So an hour or 2 before the weekly reset, you come over to this page, you come over and you're going to press the button that has the little shield and the little magnifying glass. It's the one that's closest to my finger here. It's right over there, Sonny. You're going to press that button. And this is going to give you the challenger list. Now, the reason why I'm making this video, and I know I'm like 5 minutes into the video telling you this, but basically, for the first 4 months of this system being out, you could click on a player's name, which is the little person icon with the magnifying glass. So let's say I want to click on TEM, which is the Eternal Meta. Shout out to the alliance that I'm in. Shout out to A. Repetti, our amazing alliance leader, and all the members. Love you all. You know, the Eternal Meta Suichuzai. I want to check out his account. So we're going to click here. And we can see his team, Molecule Man Sentry and the new Ebony, tier 2, pretty cool. 437 wins, 3 losses, 99.3% thing, cool. Now, you look and it says current rank, current points, private. What you could do up until the last update, you could click the challenge button. I want to simulate a fight against his team. This is not for points, I'm not in Challenger myself, but I just want to do a friendly match against him. And it would say the number of points that he has under his name. You see how under my name it says 6649? Yeah, under his name it would say the number of points. And then you could just go and cross-reference those numbers with other players' numbers who are in Challenger, and you could easily deduce who is in first place. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the weekly reset, the player that's in first place is the one that's going to pay out for the cheering reward or the cheering bet. It doesn't show the number anymore. You can see there's nothing under his name. So they didn't ruin, but they made it slightly more difficult to figure out who is going to win. However, there are still some easy ways to tell. So this is the part where I'm going to sort of show you how the sausage gets made, and it's going to give more of you a reward, but it's also going to decrease the overall rewards that everyone gets. So you're welcome and sorry, I guess. Anyways, you can see the challenger list here. We have Arthur Vindragon, we have Carl LCL, or Caracal if you're on Twitch. We have Sweet Shoes Eye, we have Sensational One. Really funny name, actually. They're listed in terms of their ranking for whatever reason. That's just how it is. Now, to break it down further for you, we can then go and look. For Arthur Vindragon, again, we can't see the number of points, but we can see that Arthur's been a very, very busy boy, and he's got 1,190 wins. So yes, when I said hours, this dude is probably auto-playing Timeline 6 or 7 hours a day. So you auto-play Dispatch while you're asleep, my dude auto-plays Timeline while he's awake. And you know why you have to be awake for that? Because every 10 fights, it runs out, and you gotta refresh it with 125 crystals. Yeah, it's definitely a whale's gambit. It's not a queen's or a king's gambit, it's a whale's gambit. So, Arthur Vindragon's been very, very, very busy. We go take a look at Caracal, second place. He's got 620 wins and 1 loss. Again, amazing performance here. I'm not knocking him whatsoever. But due to my math skills and my ability of deduction, I can deduce that he's got less points than Arthur, because there's just no freaking way. The dude has 620 wins, and Arthur's got almost double. You know, Arthur, DW. Anyways, that's a kid's show from the 90s. It's not relevant. Yeah, so given the fact that Arthur has so many more wins than Carl, it's safe to bet for Arthur now. Again, you can wait. There's still 4 hours and 40 minutes. So, you know, the best idea is for you to wait until there's 1 hour left and then check. Who knows? Maybe Arthur's going to just fall asleep or whatever, and Carl's going to go on some insane tear. He's on a 289 win streak right now. Maybe he's going to catch up. We don't know. But as it stands right now, it looks like Carl's going to lose. He's going to get second place, and Arthur's going to win and get first place. So what do? Right? Let's say we fast forward in time. It's 10 minutes before the weekly reset, and the stats are the same. Arthur is in the first slot, Carl's in the second slot, and Arthur's got 1,300 wins, and Arthur's got 1,300, and Carl's got 700. So Carl having 600 less wins than Arthur. Arthur's probably going to have more points, right? We don't know who has more points, but there's just no way that he's going to have 600 more wins and not have more points. Even if each win is just worth 1 point, there's just no way. So you press the little thumbs up button next to Arthur's icon. You press the button, and then you're going to be on this page, and then you're just going to hit the max button, and then you're going to press cheer. That's it. That's all you have to do. Now, there's 2 more things that you have to keep in mind. That's all you have to do, but there's 2 things that you have to keep in mind. 1, you always have to save at least 5,000 regular glory tokens every week. So my advice to you is to always save double that. Just in case you make a mistake one week and you forget to save 5K, you won't make that mistake hopefully 2 weeks in a row, otherwise it's shame on you. So you save 10K because each week you need to use 5K to vote for a player. And again, you're voting on the last day, not the first day of the week, not the first day of the weekly reset, on the last day of the weekly reset. Okay? So you vote, you do the full cheer for the person that's going to win. In this case, it's very obvious that Arthur's going to win. The second thing you need to keep in mind, on top of saving the 5,000 plus regular glory tokens, is that the win reward, and I still see a lot of players not intentionally spreading misinformation, but they are spreading misinformation. It says win reward 1,035 tokens. And it says in yellow, expected acquisition advanced glory token times 1,035. That number will change. That number will fluctuate because the more players that cheer for Arthur, the more that payout needs to be split among all the players that are voting for him. So that number will go down. If no one in the game votes for Arthur and I'm the only one, I'm going to win like 10,000 glory tokens. On the flip side, if everyone just blindly votes for Carl because he has the most trophies, you can see he's got 10 first place finishes, 19 second place finishes, and 194 ranked finishes, right? Okay. Oh, he won. Okay, he won. No, this is Vibranium wins and whatever. Anyways, he's got a lot of trophies, okay? Carl's a very prolific winner. If you just go and blindly vote for Carl, you're only going to get 278. This is the other reason why I wanted to make this video, not only to remind all of you guys to go and vote, because every week inevitably someone says, oh no, Alex, I forgot to vote, like 1 minute after the weekly reset is done and you can't vote anymore. The other reason why is because I see this consistently in the community where there's just this herd mentality, and maybe I'm partially to blame for the herd mentality when it comes to other parts of the game, but when it comes to things like cheering, I want you to use some critical, I want you to assess the situation here. Yes, Carl is an amazing player, and yes, he's won a lot, but guys, there's no way Carl is going to catch up to Arthur. It's just physically impossible at this point. He's 600 wins away. There's just no way, man. He's like almost 600 wins away. There's just no way. So why have so many people voted for Carl? Well, here's the thing. They voted for Carl at the beginning of the week, which in my opinion was a mistake. Or they voted for Carl just based on his prestige and based on his previous track record, which, shout out to Carl for inspiring that kind of loyalty in people voting for him, but you're just throwing away 5,000 cheer. Because if Carl, well, you're not throwing away 5,000 cheer, you're trading 5,000 cheer tokens of the glory tokens for 100. You always get the 100 participation for free. But instead of getting 100 plus a theoretical 270, you could be getting 100 plus 1,000. I'm literally trying to more than quadruple your investment here. So as an MFF financial advisor, I've got your back. Come down to Cynicalex and Sons. We'll treat you like family. Anyways, you get what I'm trying to say? So let's just run over the advice one more time. You want to vote as close to the weekly reset as possible, give or take, 20 minutes to half an hour. You don't want to cut it too close, but you don't want to vote days in advance. Second thing, we can't see who the winner is anymore. We can't see who the clear winner is anymore. So you're going to need to use a little bit of deductive skills, maybe ask some other people who they're voting for. I'm also trying to make this video to hopefully ward off the people who just jump into my stream Thursday and say, who are you voting for, Alex? It's just kind of annoying. But anyways, do a little bit of deductive reasoning and then look and see, right? Use the information that we do have, how many wins and losses. Mostly you just focus on the wins. Look at how many wins they have and then just deduce from there. But also they sort of conveniently, rank them for us, right? Like, I'm sure if we could see the points, we would see that Arthur has the most points, Carl has the second most points, and Suichizai has the third most points. So it's sort of laid out for you, but these challenger lists can change. So maybe check with an hour left to go, and then maybe check with 45, like check every 15 minutes, and then maybe if they haven't changed at the 45-minute and half an hour mark, if the shift, if the rankings haven't changed, then just go ahead and throw your, oh, there's a spider on my table. Okay, cool. Live jump scare for Alex. If the rankings haven't changed, go ahead and place your cheer on the projected number 1, and then hopefully you'll get a lot more advanced glory tokens, because 1,000 advanced glory tokens is a lot. I don't mean to sort of count my eggs before they hatch, but I'm kind of gonna do that here. 1,000 advanced glory tokens is going to give me 200 awakening crystals if I use them all there. That's a lot. That's more than I get from a week of squad battle. So that basically doubles my weekly output from squad battle. So potentially the rewards are very, very good. At the beginning of the video, I said timeline battle gives you 200 crystals. For some players, 200 awakening crystals are worth more than 200 regular crystals. So yeah, Hit me up in the comments down below if you have any other questions. Hopefully I've cleared up and demystified Challenger for you. They have made it a little bit harder for us to cheer, but I still think that it's easy enough and beneficial enough to cheer every week. So don't forget, follow these tips, follow these steps, and yeah, hopefully you guys will have tons more advanced glory tokens in the months to come. Thanks so much for watching. Hit me up in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.